This is me just doing another short video, and this video is thanks to Mr. Paul Klee. So I decided, since I have so many questions on the subject of thoughts myself, so I thought I show you my thought process, since we are all learning and searching. And I thought that since we are talking magic, there are things created by our minds, and those are thought forms. Servitor is always created by one person, and egregore, that is created by at least two persons' thoughts. And then in other religions there are as well, as in Buddhist they have Tulpas, Homunculus, I think it was Greek and Latin, Golem, gargoyles, and a house ward, often warding or other protection. And these could be fed by both thoughts or touching the prayer rolls in Buddhism, or dipping your finger into water and sunlight and moonlight, and any movement or something that they are empowered by. And then I thought about thoughts and words and acting on thoughts, since words have power as well. And spoken word spells, incantation, summoning, conjuring, cursing and hexing, praising and blessing, harming or nurturing, and harmony is balanced action. So these were just the basics for magic, and here come some of my own very confused thoughts here. Are we responsible for our thoughts? My personal conclusion so far is, if I act on my thoughts, I'm responsible. If I grow bitter, that always creates a hostile environment for others and distress. And if I am knowingly dishonest and spread misinformation, it can cause harm. That's why I'm talking about dark and the light, and when I'm confused I say that I'm confused so that we can learn together. And then I thought about conspiracy theories. They are created by so many persons' thoughts, and we can't unravel the truth in them. And fake news, especially in Russia, and with that growing up, it could start a war and a riot. And when we feel disbelief, it always makes us untrusting and unsafe. And then there's the cause and effect that I'm always thinking about. And then I thought I put it like this, to trying to sort out my own thoughts, is thoughts leads to action, and action leads to response, like in the natural laws. And here's one more thought I asked the priest. Is bad thoughts a divine warning sign? Should we confess our dark thoughts to reveal our secret life, even if it makes us vulnerable, but can help others? I have so many questions, and sometimes I get quite confused, so I just read out my questions and notes that I made. And the power of the mind. Our subconscious mind regulates our breathing patterns and bodily functions. Our previous memories cause us to react in a certain pattern, like fears, etc., aggressivity. Our primal instincts guide us when we need to protect ourselves. And when our awake consciousness is lulled to rest, that's when we process all our thoughts while dreaming or meditating or contemplating, allowing our higher self to work in the background. And here's one more thought I asked the poor priest. He said that I should stop thinking, and I said I can't believe like you do that is impossible. And that is guilt, remorse, depression and sadness. Is that the divine spark within calling us to act with kindness, love and honesty in order to repair the wounds we have given others, even unintentionally? And he said that all this is because you're a bad person, you do that, and if you are saved, you are saved. And it was just like you didn't have any actions, and I can't agree with that. We have free will, we can make our choices, and sometimes I don't know exactly what I want to do, but I know exactly what I don't want to do. So that is one part of me. And here are some more thoughts. Do we need to be protected from the action and thoughts from others? That is very popular, especially in the new age, that they create these spheres of light. And are my own thoughts the creator of my inner demons that can also manifest outside of me? And if our thoughts can create a reality, why are there so many innocent victims who haven't had a bad thought in their lives suffering? And since everybody here is talking about how enlightened and awakened they are in this town, the fact says otherwise. There are stabbings and murders, and we had over 1,400 shooting. None of it went really through to the news. The violence and those things are not reported unless they happen in the big town and in a rich area. And then I thought about this. Are our thoughts so dark that we perceive everything outside of ourselves as light? And here are the questions I always struggle with. Is the labyrinth within my inner dark soul leading me to seek the truth at any cost? That is a personal cost of my soul. It's not to cause harm to any other. And hence there's one hope I feel that we should think about together, or at least try or create a better way to say this. Can we together take responsibility for our thoughts and actions and leave behind a better world for the next generations? And that is so much why I got inspired to do these videos, since I learned that there are so many others who are searching. And my mind, every time I find an answer, my mind creates a new question. And I wish I was Mr. Paul Klee. He really had a way with words. I don't, but these are the thoughts I'm struggling with, and I just jotted them down so that if there is somebody who has an answer, then we can make a video about that. But since I myself are confused anyway, it's sometimes difficult to explain exactly how I think when... It's quite funny when you ask a person who are supposed to be helping and then they don't have any answers and say that you don't have any responsibility, when I'm convinced that we are responsible. So that's why I'm so confused. But since magic is magic, and there are so many things that we create in magic with our thoughts, I just thought I'd do this little video, and then we can go on and discuss all these other things that you can create with your mind. But that was all for now, and thank you, Mr. Paul. Have a magical day. Bye for now.